So this week, I decided to try and improve my line confidence and get rid of the chicken scratch lines I typically draw with. But it might have backfired. For now, at least. Let me explain. I'm drawing in small, unsure strokes, and over time, I've just focused on being more confident in my smaller strokes. But I've noticed the pros in One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Gachi Akuta, etc. All of their lines are bold and true, whether they are curved or straight lines. So I wanted to try something new to me, and I wanted to show you what happened as a result. My lines did get cleaner, but I felt like I had way less control. What I have always done is draw very slowly and overthink every line until I had my shapes look stronger and stronger. While doing this in pen and ink, I've gone over my lines that were a bit off multiple times, trying to correct them over and over. If you don't look too hard, this was fine. It is, in reality, messy, but I could control my shapes way better this way. But this week, I tried something called ghosting. And no, not the ghosting as in never talking to someone again out of the blue, but ghosting my lines. This is basically practicing the motion over and over with the pen hovering above my paper and committing to the line in one stroke by putting the pen down on the paper mid-motion. No corrections. And this did work, or at least I think it did. The goal was to eliminate chicken scratch unsure lines, and the more I practiced, the more this worked, but my drawings themselves actually look worse, and at least in my opinion. My proportions have suffered, my shapes just looked slightly off. It honestly bothers me, especially because I'm trying my best not to just correct the lines. I think this is happening because, from the very beginning, when little kid Nico was drawing Yu-Gi-Oh cards in pencil, he got used to hesitating and attempting small lines, erasing, trying again, erasing, and on and on. This just simply continued with pen and ink. Except I couldn't erase, so obviously the next best thing was to keep the lines smaller, so when I go to correct them, the corrections will also ideally be smaller. This is probably also why I struggle with drawing larger illustrations. So once I took away the habit of correcting, all my mistakes get thrown out into the open. I usually hide this lack of experience behind some serious hesitation and corrections that the human eye will tune out if enough detail is in the illustration. So this just is not about getting better instantly. Honestly, I overestimated my ability here. I figured this would be a pretty quick way for me to improve, but in practice and reality, this is more than likely something I'm going to have to train from the ground up. Practicing basic shapes, ribbons, ellipses, and so on, with ghosting as the building blocks. I'm going to have to train confidence first and use that as a step one in the staircase that's training accuracy later down the line. I skipped learning control and traded that for going straight to committing. What I'm going to be doing now is focusing on planning the line while ghosting for a bit longer before committing to the line. I'm going to have to start practicing ghosting motions a lot slower as well, I think. I have a tendency to try and copy the pro's ghosting speed, which is probably throwing my shapes off too. Subconsciously, I was thinking if I go faster in motion that I would get a cleaner shape, but I have a feeling this is the opposite in reality. I've been doing a lot of beginner exercises again to practice this now. One stroke only, no fixing. Everything else looks way worse right now, but this definitely feels like I'm going in the right direction. I'd be lying if I said that I feel any more confident overall, but this is what I've learned so far. I think it'll all come down to line mileage, even if I feel like I'm starting over closer to the beginning of that line mileage race again. But I do believe this will help me finish the race stronger. That's all I've got for this one, guys. Kinda short, I know, but if any of you are more experienced and have some tips, tricks, or advice, don't hesitate to leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe as the channel is becoming more enjoyable for me, so content will definitely continue. See y'all in the next one.